After Cody won in San Antonio, now they're up in Tulsa, which is just down the road from OKC. We've got 8 weeks till Mania, time for all the hysteria. But will the fans turn on the coaster for Sammy? Well, we'll find out very shortly. But now for Cody's soliloquy. We're going all the way, we're going all the way to Hollywood. We're going all the way, we're going all the way to Inglewood. Let's see if Cody can win the title as Daddy couldn't. Let's see if he can beat Roman. We'll take it all away, we'll take it all away to Tulsa now. Here we go, and here we go for the review. Let's get loud. Tulsa did. Well, let's just get to the show. Okay, I really don't have anything else there. I tried to keep it going, but I was down straight and to the left, and it always wants to go right to the left. Nevertheless, I'm John Renton with my review WWE Raw from Oklahoma City's, well, Tulsa, Oklahoma, actually. It's not OKC. It's Tulsa, one of the former stomping grounds of Mid-South Wrestling. This show certainly had its moments. The crowd was really, 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 really goddamn loud. I will say that. Also, I do want to note once again, the completely fictitious Frank forgot to turn off the smoke machine. Damn it, Frank, we have to find another fictitious person. Fictitious, I don't know, Finkel. And the following smoke machine is scheduled for one fall. God, I miss Howard Finkel. Nevertheless, let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. Yes, Sojourner Truth. Shout out to Skinny Mysterio for that one. I'm never going to forget that. He leads off the show to post-Rumble Raw, and honestly, the Rumble did have quite a few good moments. Also had that monumentally stupid moment between Logan Paul and Ricochet, creating what Doug Ray Scott and Tom Cruise did in Mission Impossible 2, accomplishing nothing except laughter, serious laughter, and potential injury, because apparently they both have rocks for brains. We know Logan Paul does, and apparently Ricochet keeps chasing the wrong friendships, so there you go. Look, there are people that like Cody. I will never question his toughness. He's put his body through a lot. He fought through that torn pec. I don't know why he did, but he cemented his place as far as being a guy for the fans to cheer for. All his stuff is rehearsed, rehashed, and theatrical and acting. It's the same flowery, ridiculous workshop stuff that happened in AEW. Fans got tired of it there. They're going to get tired of it here. I'm not questioning his toughness. The whole thing with Dusty wanting to win it for his dad, that's great. I actually was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and I even tweeted out, and I mean, I wasn't the only person saying this, I'm sure, but I said, he's going to mention in in maybe not so many words, he's going to mention how Roman Reigns is the best, and how he's going to be in for the fight of his life, and that that the Anoa'i family is wrestling royalty, and Roman is wrestling royalty, but wrestling has more than one royal family. And son of a bitch, he actually ended up saying something similar. So, nevertheless, I'm sorry, the over-the-top pyro and ridiculous fans are going to turn on. Even if Sammy hadn't gotten pretty goddamn hot like he is, and yes, they're going to go with him and Owens, beat the Usos for the tag titles. That's what the end game is. But we're getting Sammy versus Owens, or Sammy versus Roman, with Owens possibly trying to show up during that at Elimination Chamber. And they're going to have to hotshot that because we have less than 3 weeks until Elimination Chamber. The over-dramatic one-act play stuff, I'm sorry. What would he tell his 19-year-old self? Take less acting classes and just be natural. Don't be a rehearsed wrestling politician. Anyway. So, Frank, again, for getting turned off the smoke machine. Damn it, Frank, you had one job. Judgment Day shows up. Anytime Dominic talks, it's just laughable. It's got to be a rib on him at this point. Balor. I like Balor. I don't think that this is working with Judgment Day. Priest has a hell of a bellowing voice. Man, it was echoing throughout that goddamn place. Whatever. Cody's going to take on one member of Judgment Day. Dominic at one point say he doesn't care about Cody's dad or anyone else's dad. That's okay, Dominic. Your dad wouldn't care about you. If your dad didn't care about you, you might be doing something that you're good at. So anyway, Priest did point out the difference between Rhea going from wire to wire and Cody coming in and playing cleanup. Cody mentioning that he fought through 29 other people. No, you didn't. You fought a guy that fought through 29 other people. You fought the dude that was playing a dude disguised as another dude. Tropic Thunder was weird. So anyway, we get the card rundown. Cody's going to take on 1 minute for Judgment Day. Here's Edge. We thought we knew him. This has got to be like one of the last things Edge is going to do, because I know his contract's up soon. He has the injuries. He has limited dates. Whatever. Bench clearing brawl. That's new. And then we suddenly get, whoa, Seth Pheasant Rollins taking on Gable with Otis in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. It's going to be U.S. Championship Elimination Chamber. Okay, I like that. That's a good thing. If you have an Undisputed Championship and you have him locked up and you already have the challenger for him locked up, use the chamber for some workhorses. Gable could have just laid down and saved us 15 minutes because we all knew he was going to take the pin. Look, Gable can work. I just don't care when he's on there. I'm sorry, when Gable and Otis are on there, I know it's going to be the same bullshit, same as it ever was. And there you go. Pedigree, Rollins wins. In a well-worked match, I didn't care. Also, why is Chris Lee Knows Best on television? Nobody likes Chris Lee Knows Best. Why are the children not like taken off TV? Why is the goddamn husk of a grandmother who I assume used to actually own slaves because she's about that old? And also Todd and his wife deserve to be brutalized and beaten and quite frankly found David Carradine in the shower. Yeah, because I don't like them because Todd Chrisley was the prison bitch before he even went to prison. So anyway, like Rumble coverage from reputable sources, and Io Sky, along with Dakota Kai, who apparently is injured. I hope Dakota Kai heals up. And Bayley wearing a pimp coat. She just needed a pimp cane. The coat couldn't hide all that. She took on Candice LeRae with me chin, Mia Yim, me chin. Look, this whole thing's stupid. It's really stupid. I'm sorry, why did they cut right to a knock at the cabin plug? More ads on this show than anything else. I swear the show is 60% ads. The Poison Round is stupid. We got distractions, and we got the most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling. Surprise roll up 1, 2, 3. NXT Vengeance Day plug, or the card and everything. I'll do my predictions for that sometime after I review NXT early Wednesday morning because I work late Tuesday. So we get clips of Rhea winning the Rumble match. I will say I did rewatch some of each Rumble. I like the flow of the women's match better. No, that is not a period joke. I don't want it to cramp this style. But the men's had a great finishing sequence. It just took a while to get there. Rhea came in at number 1 and basically has a choice who she will face. I'm going to make this clear. Rhea is a goddamn star. She's a movie star. She could easily succeed in Hollywood. I'm glad she's in wrestling. I don't see her being in there for longer than 5 years before Hollywood comes calling, or 5 more years at least. But she will face Charlotte because she wants revenge for what shouldn't have happened at Mania 36 when Charlotte won the NXT Women's Championship, and it was stupid. It was really, really stupid. And Rhea never got her win back. Because nobody ever gets their win back against Charlotte, and if they do, it's too late and no one cares. Kelly, my goodness, Kathy. Seth Pheasant Rollins says he will win the chamber. And he mentions nothing about Logan Paul. I know Logan Paul has taken this as far as in the ring, but I'm not going to forgive the terrible person that he is. So, quite frankly, if he were to land on his goddamn head. I mean, not that it would hurt anything because he have a brain. I wouldn't care if he never showed up after Mania. They don't need him. The magic is worn off. So we get Gargano. I originally wrote down Loomis or Corbin versus Ziggler. It was actually Gargano versus Corbin. Oh, great. Just what I need. Mr. Personality, Johnny Gargano. Chamber qualifier. JBL and Loomis were in the corner of each men. At one point, Dexter takes out his hatchet and gets JBL's hat, and then we get, again, the most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling, the surprise roll-up. 1, 2, 3. And we get to... Why do you have the hatchet? Why? Why is this funny? I mean, it is kind of funny. It's a shame he actually didn't get JBL with that, because let's be perfectly honest, for him to a piece of shit as he was to so many people and so many people that he abused. Maybe having the Italian mobster allegedly treatment wouldn't have been the worst thing, or other mafia far east. That's all I'm going to say right there without saying the name. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit angry today because I quite frankly am getting sick of the formulaic show that is Raw. VIP Lounge with Theory. This is dumb because Theory is dumb. To quote a Twitter user, I got a theory this guy stinks. We get age difference jokes. Who would make jokes about wrestlers' ages? I would never do that. You don't need to reference my WrestleMania or my Rumble review for anything, or any of my NXT reviews. How dare anybody say that? Lashley deserves better than this. He ends up coming out attacking Theory, and then accidentally spears MVP. Now, they got confused and convoluted with this because MVP said, well, we're not associated with each other, but I know him really well. I'm confused by this because if they're not associated, I expected Edward James almost to show up. He didn't, thank God. So anyway, Byron with Judgment Day. We get a Finn. You helped create the Bullet Club, a group that is way, way, way past the sale date. Thank you for giving Carl Anderson a prominent spot. I will never forgive you for that, Finn. I kid. Finn Balor is awesome. So anyway, Miz complains about being eliminated early. Here's Pierce to give him a match, and the match is against the returning Rick Boogs. And he beats him pretty quickly. While Miz was in a suit, because comedy. Good on Boogs. I hope he can stay healthy. I honestly forgot about him because I forgot that he got injured at Mania last year. So anyway, I really forgot that it seems like forever ago that he was around. Apparently, the model's gimmick is still around. Triple H will pay for his crimes against wrestling. This is a bad gimmick. This is a real bad gimmick, and everybody who thinks it's a good idea, at least the writers, should be fired. Just repackage the people as something good that isn't bad for wrestling. They want to make Otis into a model. Boy, some of these parts of Raw are going to be easy to skip. Apparently, the Maximum Male Walls are just on Raw now. So anyway, recaps of Sammy being destroyed. Okay, I mean, I found it hilarious. Other people found it heartbreaking. We all knew it was going to happen. It was well done. It was a very well done ending. Took forever to get there as far as like the show itself. But now we get to see just how over Sammy will be in Montreal. Probably going to be pretty over, I think. Just a little. But it'll be an interesting main event. Bayley, she shows up and talks about taking care of Becky every day, and I don't have any other lyrics here. She says, I'm done with Becky, that's it. Oh, whoa, and we're gonna get a lynch. Oh, no, not gonna say that. Bayley basically says, Becky go back and forth, and Bayley says, the only reason that Rollins married you is because he knocked you up. Now that came out of nowhere. Guess we're going 0 to 60 on this feud. Becky says, thought we were just talking about wrestling, but now you want to be like this? Well, I want the steel cage match. And she wanted the steel cage match, and she goes back and drags out Dakota, who has a chair around her ankle, and she's going to beat her up. She's going to just flatten her ankle. She says, you give me the match or I'm going to flatten her ankle. Okay, you got the match. And by the way, your friends won't be there. You might want to go check on Io if you want to bring them. And there you go. So hopefully Io's fine, but Dakota apparently is injured. I hope that if it's not too bad, she doesn't have to wrestle and she can be on TV. But if she's got to need surgery, that's unfortunate given the fact that while Damage Control hasn't been used all that well, she has been featured prominently on TV. Kathy Kelly with Pierce. We're getting Becky versus Bayley official. Hopefully. Cage match. Maybe. Kinda. I'll believe it when I see it. And then we get Asuka, Nikki, Raquel, and Liv in a qualifying match for they're all in the chamber, the Raw Women's Chamber match. They advertised that Bianca was going to speak. Apparently, that was a miscue because I guess she's doing some kind of project. She'll be here next week, hopefully. And then Candice versus Mia Yim versus Carmella versus Piper Niven. Carmella returning. Okay. Suddenly Chelsea shows up. She's gone full Karen. Karen Green. I can already just smell just the death coming off of this gimmick. Chelsea Green is fine, but let's be a Karen. Yeah, let's turn this meme into a worse meme. Let's run that joke into the ground. WWE never does that. Ali interrupts a Ziggler promo earlier in the day. Do they hate Ali? That is what I wrote down. Do they hate Ali? Bronson Reed he beat Ziggler quickly in a qualifying match. I know he's only been back for like a month or so. He feels like just another guy. He just does. He's never going to be a WWE champion, but good God, he just feels like another guy. Guess the association with Miz is just done. I don't know why you did that to begin with. But yay, Kathy Kelly. Carmelo unfortunately is back as an on-screen character. Let me actually quantify that. Apparently, Carmella this is what was posted a few months ago. I don't remember if it was August, I don't remember September. I don't really care because it's not important to this equation. But she suffered a miscarriage of some kind. That's terrible. I hope she took all the time she needed to heal, take care of herself. That's terrible. No woman, nobody should ever have to go through that. No couple should ever have to experience wanting to raise a child and losing a child before it can be born, losing a child in general. That is a terrible, terrible feeling. And I hope that Carmella's all right. As an on-screen character, I don't want to see her. But as far as a person, I feel bad for her. And then Asuka shows up in the Kana makeup. This is going to get confusing. And she's all, and dripping and leaking and everything. And let's be honest, at certain ages, leakage happens. I just ruined that. Sorry. And then recaps of Boog's Mania 38 injury. I do like this Kana idea. I'm going to go back to that. I do like this, and I hope that Asuka be more evil. Have Asuka win the chamber. Don't have Nia Jax win the chamber. Nia Jax wasn't even on television this week. I'm a bit surprised by that. Now, rumor has it that she is back full time. If that is true, that's stupid. One, she talked about not wanting to take the vaccine because she's Nia anti-vax, and also she wanted to spill the tea on everybody in the locker room. And nobody likes her. So Triple H continues to make bad decisions as far as re-signing people. So we get Boogs with the Prophets and Elias. We get loud noises. We get Dawkins against Priest and Ford versus Elias in qualifying matches made official. Okay, I guess we're getting Boogs. Boogs, I'm actually surprised Boogs isn't in the match. But nevertheless, I guess we're getting Priest and Ford winning. Because I would be very, very surprised if they had Dawkins beat Priest. But who knows. Raw rundown for next week. Cody needs more pyro. Sojourner Truth, again, thank you, Skinny Mysterio versus Balor. Two former members of a stable that has been long past the sale date. It's fine. Match is fine. I didn't care. I don't generally care about a lot of stuff that Cody does because it's all the same. He's a good athlete. Great athlete, even. He ain't his dad. He ain't even Dustin. He ain't gonna be. Yeah, it's a great story. That's all I gotta say. We get Peck targeting. This is certainly a main event of Raw, is what I noted. Later, Edge shows up, and then Beth shows up, and then we get a whole bunch of ridiculousness. We get 3 Crossroads, 1, 2, 3. There you go. We're getting Edge and Beth against Rhea and Dominic, I imagine, at Elimination Chamber, so Dominic can take the pin. And maybe or maybe we get Balor and Rhea against Edge and Beth. And then we get Dominic in the corner. And then we get Ray showing back up, provided that Ray's actually healed. And look, there's some potential for a few great things that they could do heading into Mania. It's just the fact that they have 8 weeks, it feels simultaneously too little time and too much time for them to basically take building this whole thing. And they still got to get through Elimination Chamber. And I don't even think they have a Saudi show coming up until, what, April? At least? Unless they have one in March. And if they have one in March, oh boy, that's just what we need. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. I'll see you soon.